Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Top Hat Dan Downing 83, the Top Hat husband, coming to you from the interwebs. I just wanted to check in a moment, and I've had a lot of conversations on the survivalist forums recently, and on Facebook, and with a lot of different people, and we're back in that spot with winter here, and with the snowstorms, and, with the mainstream media talking about what you should stock up on for bad weather, general disaster preparedness, and I wanted to check in with a video on this. I'm trying to do this more often these days because it's important to me that I be able to refer people back to an opinion rather than sort of trying to reiterate it every time that I have a conversation on this subject, or every year when this sort of pops up again. You watch the grocery stores, and you watch people on television, and what you see is that whenever there's, a disastrous storm, people are out there getting their French toast mixins, their bread, their milk, their eggs. There's something about a disaster makes you want bread, milk, and eggs, I guess. You gotta go home, make French toast. I've had people who worked in grocery stores say another one of those things that always sells is they say old people always come in, or older people, older folks. They come in and they buy pickles and various pickled things, pickled eggs, pickled beets, non-perishables. Well, these are non-perishables right here. I mean, these are regular things most people have in their home, or should have in their home. And if you don't have, basic food stores on your shelf in your home, there's something wrong there. You need to think about, hey, what do I need? If something happens where there's a bad snowstorm where trucks aren't getting in, I can't get to the grocery store. What do I need to keep in my home just on a regular basis in order to make sure that I'm fed, that my family's fed, that I'm not bumming off of the neighbors, that I'm not having to, go out and trudge in the snow and endanger my life and endanger the lives of the people who might have to come and rescue me while I'm trapped out on a freeway or something. You got to think about those sorts of things. What does it take for me just to stay home? And, this touches on that. It might go a little bit further. You might notice I've got things like salt, and I keep a lot of salt in my house. I do a lot of preserving of meats and things, and salting hides, all kinds of different things. And I do use just regular Morton's iodized, and if I can get a good deal on it or a different brand, I do. I've got certain price points that I buy everything at. If it's under a certain, number of cents per ounce, or some other unit of measurement. If it's, under a certain price, I buy it up, I stock it up, I put it in a closet, I shove it on a shelf, because you're going to use that stuff over time. And then when you're walking through the grocery store and you see that the price on something has gone up, you don't go, oh man, I wish I would have bought that before. You've got it, and you got it cheap, like diced tomatoes, stuff like that. That's an ingredient. You can use it in anything. You can cook all kinds of foods with diced tomatoes in them. You can make chili, you can make pasta, you can make salads. The list goes on and on. I don't have to tell you everything you can cook with tomatoes. Most people know that sort of thing, or you hope that they do. Evaporated milk, that, mother's milk there, guys. That's, again, it's an ingredient. If you've got children, it's something you're going to use a lot of. You can water that down, put it with cereal if you've got cereal around. I always have cereal around. You can use it to, bake with, use it in all kinds of recipes, cakes, pies, cookies, all kinds of stuff. And at the same time, if you've got a neighbor and they've got, a screaming infant over there, and the roads are snowed in, or the bridges are flooded out, or whatever's going on, and they're over there and they're crying, hey, take them a couple cans of milk, let that baby get through, and let that baby stop crying. There's no point in putting up with that. So what, the neighbor didn't, get themselves prepared ahead of time, or as prepared as you did. Have a little human compassion. Take care of the people around you, all of these things are like that. I mean, I might not eat a lot of this stuff in my daily life. The canned ham, for instance, that's sort of a thing that I keep around. And, every once in a while, if I'm not sure what else to do for breakfast, bust out a can, slice off a piece, fry it up a little, maybe make a little hash with it, something like that. But it's not something that's a regular part of my diet or my family's diet. It's really high in sodium. Most of this stuff is really high in sodium. Not really great for you. But the fact is, in a situation where maybe you can't get to the store and buy some fresh meat, or you don't have it in your freezer, or your power's gone out and your freezer isn't working, you've got it there. That's something that you can throw together for a meal real quick and easy, and it's going to do the trick. It's going to make you feel good to know that you've got that there. Like cherries. Heck, if you've got kids, if you've got bread, you've got cherries, you've got, any means of cooking, you can make something like you can make something up like, a cherry sandwich for a little kid, or like little cherry popovers. I've got my kids around right now, and I'd never feed them something like that on a daily basis. But hey, if you're in a situation where you need to put some comfort food in someone's belly, that's going to do it. And it's a lot of calories, it's a lot of energy, a lot of sugar there. It's going to do it. The same thing with the Jif peanut butter. This is a portable, high energy snack here. I mean, you put it on crackers, you put it on bread. You can do anything with it that you do with peanut butter. You know how you eat peanut butter. Everybody eats the stuff. 7 grams of protein, tons of calories. It's way over 100 calories per serving. It's really not that great for you, except for the fact that it's got a lot of great nutrients. And, you eat the stuff, it's going to keep you going. So just remember that, folks, while you're shopping to try and get prepared for this bad weather, things like that. Kind of think about, hey, what can I stock up on during the year when the weather isn't bad? Keep it in my house so that when the things do get a little bit worse, when the weather hits, the power goes out, a lot of rain comes, it floods the streets, whatever. So when those things happen, you can sit home and relax, not worry about having to get out in the shit, and be in a good position. So you take care. This is Dan Downing 83, the Top Hat Husband. You have a good day.